As high resonating energy continues to flood Earth, the spiritually awake as well as those who are not are feeling it and being affected physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Most of you are still in the process of clearing the low resonating energy that accumulated during hundreds of lifetimes lived in, and from collective belief systems that were much denser and unevolved than today's. Until cleared, a person will carry the energy of intense experiences into every consecutive lifetime, where they will continue to influence the person's choices, likes, dislikes, fears, and desires for people, places, or things. We have been witnessing this pendulum movement when it comes to many things, but now I will speak about the feminine and masculine energy. For thousands of years, the masculine energy has been to strong and the feminine energy to weak. But what I seek is balance between these basic energies. The result up to this day is the masculine energy is still strong and is now realizing that it cannot hold this demonstration anymore. The sign that the masculine energy still rules is the terror that Mother Earth still has to go through. All the measuring, all the borders, all the wars, all the conquering, all the competition to be the best, the strongest, the tallest, the one that can endure everything and still stand. We are very pleased that you are here. We welcome always, no matter what disposition, our communication with you. You have all had the experience of meeting someone and for no apparent reason instantly liking or disliking them. This is because a remnant of energy from some previous interaction with or knowledge about the person remains. These need not be cleared. It is major pockets of energy that affect one's life that are clearing. Never forget that you are consciousness and not simply physical bodies of organs and functions. Death leaves behind the material concept of a person, but as divine consciousness, the actual person simply takes a different form. Try not to rush or fix clearing experiences with three-dimensional concerns and solutions. Old energy often flows through and is experienced at the body's weakest spot, an old injury or ongoing health condition. Exhaustion as well as physical, emotional, mental, and even spiritual aches and pains are common. Occasionally, the actual experience that created the energy block will manifest in some similar three-dimensional version. No one on this planet can feel better than the actual planet can. I mean that what you sow you will reap. Everything starts with Mother Earth. She is feminine. She is the ovaries of the universe. Mother Earth is the grail of life. People on Earth should start with her and no one else. People on Earth should love her first and then love themselves. I know I might sound harsh when I speak these words, but I cannot lie. Down to basic. Are you up for that? First of all, I love you. Secondly, please respect your planet. Listen to her. You live a life here on Earth and everything is borrowed. You cannot take anything with you when you leave. What you pass on is your love. What you bring with you is your love. The energies now are causing havoc. In that, as the higher energies are emitting higher vibration, on the one hand, they are allowing for the soul, the spirit energy, to feel closer and more connected to home, and yet, on the other hand, they are disturbing the energies that are of such a dim light, and those that vibrate within that fog are stirring up within them much confusion and loss. Therefore, there is incredibly strong conflict within the same space. Some experience clearings as physical symptoms, while others experience them emotionally and mentally, depending upon the type of energy that is clearing. Rest more and trust the process to unfold as needed without comparison to others' experiences. This does not mean ignoring or pretending what you are feeling doesn't exist. Simple solutions for ease of discomfort are fine, but resorting to heavy narcotics and intense three-dimensional protocols for what you are experiencing will simply delay the process. Some clearings take longer to complete because the clearing process must flow at a pace the body and mind are ready for, which is determined by the higher self. Energy involving oaths, promises, vows, etc. will often take longer and proceed gradually as a sequence of layers. This often happens when a person has added to and reinforced an energy. An example, taking the same vows and oaths in successive lifetimes because they were the same state of consciousness. And yes, if something makes you really angry, use this energy to make things better. Talk about it. Don't be silent. Don't be afraid of your feelings. If someone hurts Mother Earth and hurts children, animals, innocent people and beings, be angry. Use your feelings to do good. Talk about it. Share with others. You can do something positive together. Create a think tank of joy and harmony, and you will find good result and answers to what you need. Start where you live, in your own community. Start where your soles of your feet meet the ground. Just remember I love you, and also remember you are never alone. I am always by your side. I know it is not easy to get aggravate be very negative souls that thrive on tearing down all that is good and positive, and they do it with a smile too. I know it is hard to deal with all the feelings, as the negative beings use nails and claws and aim at your heart always. There is so much assistance encoded within these words, as you know. And we do mean assistance. Do not just use these words as something to fall back on when in need. Yet, use them when you are feeling within your strongest power. When in need, they will support and settle you. When in a place of joy and power, when said, they resonate a clarion call throughout the land. Ooh, hello. Enter Cinderella. No offense, yet you sound like you are in a fairy tale. Your words are more precise than you know. And in all fairy tales, is it not that everyone lives happily ever after? Indeed, are these strong incoming energies connected to that which has been noted on the Schumann resonance scale? Many have sent me in a picture of the most unusual behavior portrayed. Yes, the energies of such notification are merely announcing that which one is feeling inside. Trust that your higher self, that aspect of you that has never forgotten who it is, knows what you are prepared to handle and when. You have entered a time of dying to all that is old and finished in order for that which is higher and more real to replace it, but it can feel like dying as you leave behind much of the familiar. The mind does not want to surrender what it is used to and will keep reminding you of the good old days. Evolving to a state of consciousness able to discern the reality underlying appearances is a process that begins with intellectual knowledge and acceptance and practice. Many sincere, newly awakened students of truth make the mistake of trying to live and experience the absolute simply because they have read a book about truth or have accepted that God is all. Intellectual knowledge does not and cannot manifest because it is consciousness, not mind, that constitutes the substance of form and is the creative principle of all that is. A truth must become one state of consciousness before it can then express. You are not beginners. A great deal of truth has already become your state of consciousness and is manifesting, but you don't realize it. Compassion, honesty, patience, courage, love, etc. are all aspects of divine consciousness. Be angry, for they do attack. but use your anger, use the energy to do good, to break the bad spell the negative beings spread all around. I am Mother Mary, and I have lived many lives on earth, and many of these lives as very poor. Due to these energies coming in and merging with the energies of one's soul, which over time has changed into a much more suitable place to be. A place where one is now prepared for that which is to take place. Is this the case for all? To a degree. However blocked one appears to be, however stuck in one's ways, these higher vibrations are melting down such blockades, slowly but surely. More and more souls are awakening, because it is the universal time to do so. That will certainly get the ball rolling. That which was presented did not surprise me. Yet, it does feel like there are so many different worlds all residing on the same planet. Bring your spiritual questions into meditation and ponder them from the premise that you are already one with the insights and answers that may quietly unfold as you do this. After pondering or contemplating some truth in contemplative meditation, there comes a time of quiet and finish that allows you to simply rest in oneness. It may seem that even after years of meditating, nothing ever happens, but the intention to align with your real divine self is always heard because it is you that is doing the listening. Let go of all concepts about how meditation must look, feel, or experienced in order to be real meditation. Mediation has been presented to the world as a means of getting which is based in the three-dimensional belief that you are separate from what you want or need, and meditation will help you get it. This is the beginner approach to meditation, but one often necessary for those unacquainted with sitting silently with themselves. If continued, this sort of mediation usually evolves into less seeking and more resting in, and finally evolving to a deeper sense of what meditation is all about. The energy of Earth has become increasingly more refined, which in turn is causing density to surface and be exposed for what it represents. Much is yet to surface that will shock many. Do not deny, resist, or argue with others about world appearances. Rather, as one who understands what is going on, simply be an observer, always centered in the realization that Earth is a spiritual universe peopled with God.